If you're planning to hit the roads this Thanksgiving, you're going to have a lot of company. That's because Allstate Traffic is saying that there's a 50% increase for Thanksgiving Day drivers compared to last year. With drivers, of course, comes traffic.
Man, well, thankfully, Allstate just released its exclusive Thanksgiving driver report to help drivers optimize their travel plans. Hey, good morning to you. Good to see you. That is Brian Tidwell, Allstate's safety expert, joining us now to help us navigate through this traffic. Thanks for being with us, Brian. We appreciate it. Let's dive right in. What's the best and worst time to hit the road?
Hey, thanks for having me. Really, I would always recommend that you start early. When you get into the hours around lunch into the early afternoon, you're going to see quite a bit of increase in traffic. So if you can try to get out a little bit earlier, it's going to help you a lot in getting to where you're going.
And we do really see an increase in accidents, Brian. Do you think that's just because we got more kids in the pool, so to speak? Or do we have a behavior issue that we need to all keep in mind?
Absolutely. What a great point. Of course, with increased traffic brings increased chances of there being some type of issue. But try to keep from being distracted. Distracted driving is a huge problem these days, and the main culprit is your phone. So put that away, put it in your pocket. You want to be able to have access to it if you do need it, but don't have the temptation of looking down at your phone while you're traveling. And reduce your speed. It's really important to reduce your speed. You can avoid that hard braking. Give yourself that pad in front of you, that 3-second pad. Some people call it 3 car lengths. If you look at the car in front of you, the truck in front of you, and they pass a fixed object, if you can go 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, that's where you should be at. In case something happens, it gives you plenty of room to stop safely and keep yourself from getting into a much, much larger issue.
Now, Brian, you mentioned the phones. PA, the state of Pennsylvania, they just passed a law that if you are touching your phone, even at a stoplight, you're going to get a ticket. So probably a good idea to sort of brush up. Are you driving outside of your state? Do you know the laws?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great point.
Also, talk about some of the data showing that Monday, the Thanksgiving week, shows most breakdowns about 20% higher than average on that day. A lot of people do experience roadside issues. What do you think is the best advice, and how do you prep for that?
Really the thing to do if you get disabled in your vehicle, if your car starts developing an issue, any type of issue, get over to the shoulder, get as far into the shoulder as you can safely. Stay in the car. Keep your seatbelt out when you're keep your seatbelt on when you're in your vehicle, and stay within the vehicle, unless, of course, it's not safe to do so if it's smoking or something along those lines. But when you stay in the vehicle, your chances of surviving a collision or a secondary collision are going to be increased. The cars these days are all designed with a protective cage, and there's crumple zones that are built into the vehicles that'll absorb some of that high impact energy if it does unfortunately happen. Stay in that vehicle. Make sure you keep your seatbelt on.
Brian, what do you think?
If you go into the Allstate, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, what do you think is the thing that people forget out of this whole conversation? The thing that, oh, wow, I really did not think of that.
I think the thing to do is, and I always encourage people to have a plan when they're getting ready to hit the road. Look at how long it's going to take you to get there. What are the weather patterns that you're going to face when you're going in there? And if you do that, you can make a plan where you'll give yourself plenty of time, where you're not tempted to drive too fast, where you might put yourself in those positions of peril. So have a plan, check your tires, check your vehicle, make sure you've got proper air pressure in your tires, make sure you have a kit in your car, an emergency kit with a blanket for everyone, snacks, water. Make sure that you're prepared for your trip. Once you plan ahead, your outcomes are always going to be much better.
Yeah, no kidding. We appreciate it. It's always a good reminder. From Allstate, that's Brian Tidwell. Thanks for joining us this morning. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Safe travels.
And to you as well. Thank you.